Welcome to We Dishing It, another episode. My name is Carolyn.
Tiffany.
Kimmy.
And today we're going to be talking about saving. Basically, making sure that you have money put down for a rainy day or emergencies. And because the fact that life is going on and we're at jobs that is not six figures, we have to work around our bills and our paychecks. And, you know, Kim's a new mommy, so of course she has to work around that as well. So my personal experience with that at my job, because you know I don't make a certain amount. Plus, I lowered my hours on Saturdays so I can be able to pick up my sister. I have to work around what I make. So what I do is I make a dollar amount, and then since I get paid every 2 weeks, I decide to take out that dollar amount every 2 weeks, and I think of it like a bill. So instead of, oh, now and again you're taking out $50 or you're taking out $100, I just set that $1 amount, and every 2 weeks I take it out. And because of what I set, you know, for my goal at the end of the year, I decided to take out a large dollar amount. So I do decide to, decide not to spend in some areas so I can do it. So I don't buy clothes every week. I don't buy clothes that much, especially because I'm trying to lose weight. So I don't buy clothes that much. I don't do my nails and all that stuff.
Except for today.
Yeah, because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
But I don't buy clothes or do my nails or anything like that. Like, shoot, every week or every 2 weeks or every month like other people do. So I have the extra money to make sure I can pay my bills and to save. The biggest thing I spend on is really food. I mean, now no, because I'm trying to lose weight. But that's the biggest thing I was spending on. So I even had to cut that out, where if I'm at work and I, buy food, I'm not gonna leave work and then buy food again. So, I do try to pack lunch and bring, and I do try to make breakfast at home so I don't spend that $10 on breakfast and delivery, where I could just boil an egg and have some wheat toast and bring with me. But what do you guys do to try and save?
How do I save? I'm starting to shoot really out. Okay, sorry. Whew. Well, actually, I don't really save right now, just because my bills are more than what I get paid.
Talk about it.
But what I'm doing as far as trying to make sure I have enough money to pay my bills every month, I really don't do anything at all. I haven't gone clothes shopping in over a month since my birthday. My birthday was exactly a month and a few days ago. I eat out a lot, but I'm very cheap, so I only pay a couple dollars for the food that I do buy, so it does not add up to that much. I don't really do anything on weekends. Right now I'm trying to have a huge balance on my credit card. So what I've been doing, I guess, is a kind of a way of saving, because I'm putting the money back onto it, but I've been putting $50 on not each credit card, but $50 on one credit card, and I'm going to do that for the next few weeks. And then after, when I'm done, when I get to a certain amount, I'm going to start paying $25 on each credit card until I pay off the balance. And then after that, then I can start focusing on paying up the remainder of my car note, because that is another thing that's keeping me down. So yeah, I haven't been hanging out that much on weekends. I'm not shopping for clothes like I usually do a lot, especially thrifting. When it comes to conserving energy and stuff around the house, because I know my house, the electric bill's through the roof most of the time. On average, it's $180, $190 a month.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but it used to be worse. It used to get into the 200s sometimes.
Oh my gosh, is that in a house?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Exactly, and I really want to get my own house soon.
Yes, that's the goal.
So yeah, that was the goal. I want to pay off on my credit cards, and I want to pay off on my car, and then get this house that I want.
Build your credit, people.
Yeah.
If you want to do anything in this world,
yeah,
make sure you have a good
You don't
credit.
even need money. You just need to have a good
Thank
credit.
you. Because eventually, that's what's going to
look
get
at that
you.
credit score than your bank account.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
How about you?
Well, since right now, in my earlier vlog, I mentioned way back when I was pregnant, I mentioned I was in Financial Peace University, where they teach you how to budget and save up money and stuff like that. So I kind of stopped with it because it was towards my end of my pregnancy. So basically, what I do, what it kind of taught me was basically take out cash than using your debit card all the time, because when you use your debit card, you're not really caring. Oh, it's only $5. Oh, it's only $10. But when you actually see the cash in your hand and you're spending it, you're like, damn, I'm spending too much. So
Yeah,
what I try to do is take out cash more than using my debit card, because you actually feel the money when you actually have it in your hand and you give it away. So that's what I do. And there's another thing what I do, since I have baby girl, when the income tax money comes, we split it. Basically, she gets majority of the money to her savings. So for college, or if she doesn't want to go to college, she has that money. Well, she is going to go to college.
She's going to college.
Yeah,
she's going to college.
That money is to her, and I have actually away from my checking account, money goes directly to her. Every time I get paid, she gets paid. So, and my savings account get paid. So it goes two ways. For instance,
where was that when we were around?
Okay.
I know. For instance, if I want to give every paycheck I have, I can give her $10, and my savings account gets $10. So every time I get paid, she gets paid, and my savings account get paid. And plus, when you have that savings account, you get, the money that they give you is not a lot, 3 cents or whatever, but hey,
it adds up.
It adds up, you know. So that's another way that we try to reserve. The only thing I really would spend money on is getting hair, and like little things, probably like lip gloss. I'm really minimum. The only time I probably spend big money is like for this Drake concert. It's coming up. That's where I would spend big money. But other than that, I really don't spend that much besides food, because you have to, survive.
And then people have to think about what is more important.
Yeah.
Right now we're still in our 20s, so of course we want to go and shop and get clothes.
Explore the world.
Even when I was younger, I'm a kind of person. I more think about the long term. Like say for instance, I have this $20, and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting paid until 2 weeks from now. I would rather not do certain things to make sure I at least have $15 by that time, then use all the 20 and then something comes up and then you're not like, oh, I don't get paid until 2 weeks.
True.
So I'm more of a long-term person. That's the reason why I don't spend money on certain things. Like I was people at work, oh, they buy every 2 weeks their hair is done or a thing like that. Like everybody when they saw at my work job, when they saw my hair was like, oh, you finally did your hair, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna tell them my business, but I'm like, yeah, y'all making fun of me about that. But the reason why hair looks picky is because
I would budget.
That's not a priority.
Yeah.
My priority is not to look good for other people.
Of course.
My priority is to make sure, Lord forbid my job's moving soon. So Lord, make sure that in 3 months, if they get up and say, yeah, they want to move, I have money to say, okay, no, I'm not moving with them. I'm gonna look for something else. So I think more of the long term. That's why it's more easier for me to say, okay, I'm not going to go out there and buy this clothes and that clothes. And yeah, me being as a big person, you can't just go out there and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to find something for cheap, because you're going to have to look around. And majority of the time now, stuff is expensive. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to dress up for anybody or change my outfit every week to make so people can see that I'm something. I would rather save that $20 and, in the 2 weeks that comes, I can add to it, and by the end of the year, I have a certain amount where I can pay off a student loan. I have 2 right now that I have to pay off, or pay down on my car note, or if I wanted to take a trip, like we all decided that we're going to take a trip every year before we get older.
Or at least 2 trips.
Yeah. Or like I also propose every month you do something, like you take a vacation, like you book
mini vacation.
I know somebody who every month they book into a hotel and have like a weekend little mini things.
Because you can't just work and not have fun, because you're gonna drive yourself insane.
And then also find avenues to lessen your bill. Like I was with Dish Network. I was paying $120 with them every month, and I was like, okay, right now that's a good pricing because there's a lot of places that are expensive. But then I saw that Costco, thank you, they were having a deal with DirecTV, and I'm like, okay, for a year I can knock off a good $30 for the year, and I could save that $30 for something else. And then with my car, I'm like, okay, I ended up getting a new car. It's not stupid, but I needed one. And it did. I pay $3 something a month right now, but I'm like, okay, what can I do where I can refinance from another company to lower my bill? Where all that extra money, I can save it, but I could also pay down on my car, pay down on my student loan before I start school again, or pay down on stuff that you have to pay down on. So it's a sacrifice at the end of the day, especially if you don't have children right now. Like for me and Tiffany, we don't have children right now. I would rather sacrifice that and make sure those stuff are not there when I do decide to have a kid.
True that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
What I did as well, I don't use my credit cards because I'm trying to pay.
I cut up my cards.
I cut up because as part of the Financial Peace University, he said to cut up your credit cards because it's best to pay in cash with a lot of things in life. Because it's good to build your credit. My credit is good, but in order to pay off your debt, you have to not use your credit card. I mean, I'm almost done paying it off, thank God, because the only big bill I have is a freaking student loan, Navient. I hate you. I hate your AKA Sally Mae. You know who you are.
Crap.
I don't pay them. I know. I don't pay them I pay them when I have the money, because if part of Financial Peace University, you pay what is very, very important. Sally Mae is not that important, but it's important, but of course you don't want them to garnish your checks or your IRS. Don't get us to that point, but pay the bills that need to be paid like right now. Like your lights, your water, like
car.
Your rent. That's the.
You don't want them calling your job and picking up your car, or they start hiding your car. Like I know some people, they hide their cars.
That's sad.
So I have stories about that.
That's really sad. But yes, there's a lot of things that you need to do in life, and the number one thing is saving, because you don't want to be living on the street, but it's very important to save.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is.
Especially if you have kids,
it's definitely
save for their future. It's very important. People use that income tax money for something stupid, like, oh, we'll get some rims, or I'm gonna get me a new hair, that costs like $1,000. No.
And a lot of people, you get money for having children. Mm-hmm. So that extra, how much you get? Like $500 a child?
Everybody's different.
It depends. I know some people who get $1,500 per child.
It depends on your working status as well.
If you get, say for instance, an extra $500 because you have a child, why don't you take that $500 because you weren't going to have it, if you didn't have the child, and put it away for them? I mean,
so true.
That's what I would do.
So you prepare for that future.
Everybody's different. Because you never know, what's going to change a couple of years down the line when they're in school. It might not even be free. I mean, right now, in order for me to start school, it was $1,000-something for a class. So imagine when they start school, how much it's going to be. And this goes up. Like, people don't understand. Yeah. They go up every few years. These colleges and universities, their credit per hour, not even for a class, per hour goes up every year.
So what your goal should be is you look at your money, and because for instance, if you get probably $1,000, at least put $50 aside every paycheck into your savings account and let it grow. And very important, if your credit card is a lot of money and you keep on swiping, put that credit card away, hide it if you have to.
Cut it up
if you have to, and pay that junk off, because you don't want to be living in debt for the rest of your life.
Sure don't.
No.
And then you also can do another thing. If you have credit cards, if you're doing online bill payments, you can tell them to deactivate your credit cards, and you can just do everything online for paying bills. So that's another way. Mm-hmm. Like I know with debit cards for banks, you can tell them to deactivate your debit card, and all you would do is just have to go to the bank and pull out what you need. Oh. So there's ways that you can actually, do it. And then plus like with cable and internet we would need, but cable,
that's another thing. People are these days don't even have cable. They have those little the sticks. What do they call them? They have the
Roku, Amazon,
yeah.
Or
and it's Apple TV too, I believe.
Yeah, like a lot of people
just need the internet.
We were talking about it. Like half of the stuff that you can watch on TV, you can watch online. So why don't you just keep the internet and then drop the cable for basics to make sure that
for now till you can afford it.
I might eventually have to do that.
I'm looking like, I'm with DirecTV and I don't never have time to turn on the TV and watch. But what I do, while I'm outside, on my break at work or whatever, I pick up my phone and I watch YouTube or I go online and try to, watch Netflix. So, especially nowadays, they barely have anything on TV anyways because they keep replaying the same thing over and over again. Yeah. You don't need all those HBO, Stars, Cinemax. Seriously, who needs HBO, Stars, and Cinemax?
Yeah, I got rid of those channels last time. I honestly didn't even know I had them. They're like, if you want your bill less, you can take so and so and so. I'm like, I have those. And I've been signed up to Uverse for like 2 years now, and I just realized I had those channels.
So hey, that's something that you can say, okay, I'm gonna
get
drop.
rid of HD channels. I'm like, I have HD channels.
It's like seriously look into your bill and see what you can drop and what you can.
Yes, and whatever bill is lower, like say for instance your Capital One is only $200 left, and you have another credit card that's like I'm gonna say 7,000. Pay off that Capital One quick as possible, and then you can focus on that other credit card. That's what I do. I had 3 credit cards before, and boy.
What was the credit limit on them?
Well, one of them was like 1,000. I paid that off quick. I just activated. I was like, I don't care. My credit go low. You don't need 3 credit cards. You need at least 2 credit cards, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just for emergencies. But then again, that's why you save up for emergencies, so you don't need the second credit cards.
Exactly.
So
like I have 4 credit cards. Well, you can't count care credit, so I have 3 credit cards.
I have care credit.
And right now, I cut up 2 of the cards because like you said, you don't want to mess up your credit, and if you drop them, you're gonna mess up your credit. So I just cut up 2 of the cards, and I keep one, and that's the only one I use. I mean, I'm still paying on it from Trinidad trip.
Swipe.
Swipe.
But I'm keeping it, below the credit that they gave me because there's a lot, so I'm definitely not going to go up there, but I am keeping it at least 80% less than what they actually said that I can use, and I just try and pay off something every month. This is the thing, people don't understand. You're not paying off the credit. As long as you pay something towards it, they will see that you're doing something. So if you got $15, at least put that $15 towards it. Than not putting anything at all. Or $10. $10 goes a long way because the company sees that you're paying on something.
Yes.
Like with my student loans, I don't pay it every month, but I at least pay something towards it so they can see that I'm paying on it.
Yeah, and make some kind of
effort.
Attempt.
Yeah. If they're not doing anything at all, then of course they're gonna send your name to collections and come after you. But if you're at least paying like $5 or $10, or even call them and ask them, some places will work with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's our spin on saving.
Yes. So I hope you guys like this video and share the video.
Comment, subscribe, and let us know how you budget and save.
Yes. And we do have a challenge coming soon. Bye, dumplings.
See you later, dumplings.